Hello, puppets. Welcome to the Crossroads. That's about as much British as I can freaking do. And
better than I can.
The floor is yours, Jade. You keep turning your mic muted. Why are you muting yourself? Don't mute yourself. You're unmuted. Wait, I can't unmute you. I can't unmute you.
That is weird.
That's Cricket, Jade.
There she goes.
Mother bitches.
There she is.
I don't know, but I just had a thingy just pop a thingy.
You had a thing?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's edition of the Crossroads here on Veterans Anonymous. I am your host, Combat Cricket. I like to mute myself or disconnect somehow. I don't know what's going on. Coming to you from Colorado, former 31 Bravo military police and your best friend. I joined the Guard, little time in Iraq, little time in Haiti, and chaos is my life. Welcome, the American.
Choss. How you guys doing? I'm the American Sauce Boss, owner and operator of BBQ Sauce LL. Oh no, BBQ Co. I need to get used to that. BBQ Co. Retired Air Force veteran, 17 years, 11 months, 25 days. Not that I was counting anything, right. And just kind of trying to bring a lot of peace and happiness to our crazy, insane lives. I live out here. I'm from Louisiana, New Orleans to be exact, 9th Ward. I live up here in South Dakota, Sodak life. So up in the Black Hills, they had to name that because I moved here. But anyway, not really.
You're like what, one of three that live in Rapid City?
Yeah, we have a little group meeting together. We got together and kind of Popeyes up here, so it's all good. But no, just out here trying to spread positivity, peace, and love.
Uncle Si.
Yeah, I'm Uncle Si, Army vet, Black Boot Army, by the way. Did 86 to 2000. I was in the Army Reserves, National Guard, Activated Reserves, Individual Ready Reserves, and active duty. So I know a little bit about a little bit. Kuwait twice, Korea twice, everywhere here in the States, darn near. So, I smoke cigarettes.
Why is it looking like that? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Si.
Oh, no, I was done. Yeah, Hi, everybody. Welcome to Crossroads tonight.
And joining us this evening, Mr. Mike Busy B.
Hello, y'all. I'm retired Navy, active duty from 98 to 07, then Navy Reserves from 09 to just retired this year. Been all over the world. Hobbies, metal detecting, anything with treasure hunting, coin roll hunting, magnet fishing, gold panning, you name it. I'm trying to get into it.
And yeah, wink, wink, Justin. Yeah, we know. Everybody knows.
What?
That I don't only smoke cigarettes.
I didn't know that was a question. Yeah.
But Justin made a comment of course I smoking, and I kind of was like, when aren't I?
Well, we know, Dave, it's like pole, you name it, he smokes it.
Yeah, you wish. You're only jealous because all you got was a hug and a reach around when you showed up here.
Pretty much.
Well, by last night, Jade likes the reach arounds.
Oh, so sorry I missed last night's show. How was that Reaper 48 day, Dave? I think you should do that again since I didn't get to see it.
It wasn't that bad. You just dipped the toothpick. I say you could do it again.
Okay. Just because I love you.
I had to twist his arm on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Who hurt you as a child to be able to come up with something like that, though, bro? My
I
God.
got bored, people. Like I said,
Oh, I know exactly what happened. Remember, I was watching some of that when you were making it. I know exactly what happened.
You know exactly what happened. I got bored, and it's like Oppenheimer. He's like, I wonder what we can do with this whole thermonuclear blah blah blah.
Yeah. Wow.
But no, I know everyone's ready for Turkey Day. Getting ready for Turkey Day. I saw some pretty funny videos on there. There was an elf on TikTok talking about everybody. So he said, these are the things he said. Everyone who puts up a tree in November, every time someone puts a tree up in November, Santa kills an elf. The reason Rudolph's nose is red because he snorts coke.
That's how he flies so high.
And I can't even, after he said those, I'm like, I can't even remember the rest of them. But it was awesome, pretty much against anybody putting up trees before Thanksgiving. Now, mind you, I understand that and I agree, but I also put up trees. But I do it like literally the next day or that night at least.
My mom is the same way. Like she waits till after Thanksgiving dinner, but that could mean that night of Thanksgiving or like the next morning. That tree is up, Christmas decorations throughout the house. It's like, when did this happen?
Like
this wasn't
here.
Yeah, it's like this wasn't all Christmassy when I went to sleep. How did this happen? And literally, it's like every room, every bathroom has got a little Christmas theme. It's like,
That's my mom.
Your mom changes by seasons too, doesn't she? Like if it's fall or spring, there's different.
Justin,
decor.
do you put a tree up in the bathroom so at least you can celebrate Christmas with your kids?
Ooh.
Or is there has to be one toilet ornament, something. Because he spends most of his time on, every time he's on my TikTok, he's literally on the
taking the dump. Yeah.
Oh, that's like
that's that guy. Yeah.
Yep, that's that dude.
He'll get on TikToks and be like, "Hi from the crapper again," and we're like, "Yeah, we expect it now."
So I'm gonna do this out of the gate, just out of the gate. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go there out of the gate. I have it ready. I don't have to download anything. This. Bam!
Where'd it go?
Banana pudding. What does that say right there? Where's it at? Bam. Bake until lightly brown. 15 to 20 minutes. Remove. Blam. Bake. Right there. Highlighted. Italicized. Bake. Banana pudding. Bam.
Now we can all
but you did miss something, Felix.
What?
W, excuse me. His kids call their grandma and grandpa Nana and pudding.
Pudding.
Yeah, I think that's funny.
No, it is. I didn't miss that. I remember that because I remember him talking about it. But also, here's another recipe. Bam! Where's it at? Preheat oven to 350, 375.
Way too small.
Line the bottom of a 9x9 pan with a layer of vanilla wafers. Bam! Look at that. Look at that. Baked.
You know he's gonna Google and find one that has cool.
Yeah, but the thing is, you do bake it and then
you cool it. Yes.
Yeah, then you put it in the fridge.
Yeah, but you got to still bake it.
He is not wrong, but he ain't right.
Yeah, you both. Yeah.
So I had to get that out the gate because I needed to close those windows because it was making my computer slow. Because my internet sucks. I did find out why my internet from Elon Musk has been delayed, though.
The Chinese.
No, he redesigned so you get a dish. It was a round dish and like a receiver or a modem.
Yeah.
They were redesigning the dish and the modem.
Ah.
Oh, are you talking about Justin?
Yeah, the Crappers' is office, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second.
Why can't we get both? I don't know what you're talking about.
I think he's talking about last night. The hug and the reach around. Or reach out and
reach out,
reach around.
Reach around. I'm glad that has somebody touch.
I was thinking of that.
If you literally listen to a lot of songs from the 70s, it's all nowadays could be considered sexual assault. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. What?
Okay, what was that? What was that song that you looked up the lyrics for and were like, "Oh my god, that's what this means"?
Oh yeah.
Settle for a slushy and a grape snow cone.
No, yeah.
No, that was the
Settle
one I
for a
sent you
burger
guys.
and a grape snow cone.
Yeah.
I finally looked it up, Michael. Thank you very much. It did make the song better.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can see when you got done reading it, your eyes just got real big.
Yeah,
You're
you're
like,
like,
"Oh my god,
what?
that's what that means."
I was like, what? How did I not know this?
Oh, and then the John Mellencamp Cougar song were about Jack and Diane.
Yeah.
Look up the hidden lyric meanings to that one too. That's basically the same lane. There's so many. I said
for a burger.
there's a whole website
that
that has
early and didn't go home.
There's
You know
a
what's
whole-
funny because I've done that. And
There's a
like,
whole
well, have a good
There's
night.
there's a whole website that has hidden meanings in songs, bro. It's hilarious. Some of them, yeah.
Peanut butter jelly and a baseball bat. Does that mean something?
Peanut butter jelly and a baseball bat.
I didn't. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Hey, Mark, he's a Facebook
Dogs.
buddy of mine. Actually, went to the Kilroy at the Ditch Bar and Grill in Secor, Illinois.
Oh,
If you're ever in Secor, Illinois, I highly suggest stopping by. They got great food, great people. But yeah, we hung out for a weekend. He's a pretty cool guy.
Damien, he can't ship out of the United States right now.
Yeah, sadly, we thought we had the.
I can ship out the United States, but if you want to pay like double the price, bam.
Unless we get Bill, Ducky, and Damien on one all on a pot, they can all
Yeah.
split the shipping.
Yeah, pitch in.
Oh, that's an idea, but then but like
I don't know where they are as far as the
Yeah,
continent goes, but
they're like all over Australia. Yeah.
but hey, you never know. It might be cheaper to do it like that.
Oh, it's not even anything cool. Peanut butter jelly and a baseball bat. It's just a banana
just that.
dancing. Yeah, it's just that.
Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly.
It's just a
peanut butter
banana
jelly, peanut butter jelly,
dancing.
peanut butter jelly and a baseball bat.
Baseball bat.
I have too much energy. Good night.
How many
Yeah.
how many coffees have you had, Cricket?
I don't drink coffee.
So I
Okay, how
watched
many energy
this,
drinks have
and
you
this
had?
person, if he's not a veteran, he should be. He made coffee in a coffee pot where you put water, but instead of water, he put 2 monsters to
I
make
see
the
that.
coffee. And then when he had the coffee, he poured in a 5-hour energy into the
Oh my.
coffee. And the guy like duets it or stitches it, and he goes, if this doesn't give him superpowers, like, I
Right?
don't know anything that will. This man might be able to time travel or stop reality or something like that. But when I saw that, I was like, first of all, what is that going to taste like? Like,
Look, at that
Dude.
point, you don't care
Like
what
a
it
fucking
tastes
heart
like.
attack.
Yeah, at that point, you don't care what it tastes like. You're just going
for
for
the
caffeine.
5 seconds he's alive, he'll get superpowers and then be like
What,
flatline.
what was that movie that Jason Statham had to like keep freaking
Oh, it was Crank.
Crank?
Crank,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
that movie was
a
hilarious.
good movie. I actually used to have that ringtone on my phone.
Oh, that's a cool ringtone. That was funny. Yeah,
Because it makes the sound like his ringtone made it sound like his phone was dying.
was dying. Yeah, but it was like
Yeah.
his heart. Yeah, that was funny.
Yep. Matter of fact, I think I want that
Hey,
ringtone back.
I tried
You tried what?
with the Aussies going in on shipping,
Mm-hmm.
but they're like I said on different parts of.
See,
Their
if
own
we
continent.
could get
Isn't
them-
it one just like? Isn't Australia like the size of a coaster? Like you guys can just be like, "Here, buddy, I'll leave it over here." Just joking. Y'all got like how many people in Australia really? Like what? 5,000, 6, 7 max.
They just move around so much. It looks like there's a lot of them.
Joking. It's like 5 people, but they just dress up differently. And-
Well, it depends, Justin. Do you like spicy or mild? That's kind of personal preference.
yeah, pretty much spicy or mild. It's the same. One's hotter, one's less. So you would like spicy.
Hey, where is it, Ducky? Can you send it to Felix? Because my internet, I'm not able. I'm like barely functioning here. So if you send him the
Didn't you have high
The
windstorms out there in Colorado there, Cricket?
It's been windy here. Like the 2 days that before you sent me that warning for the
Yeah.
Springs, it was windy as fuck. Like I thought I was gonna lose 2 trees.
Well, that's why I told you you're going to have to put rocks in your pocket or something because the wind's just going to. Oof.
Actually,
Just gonna open your jacket up when
it
you're
was years
outside.
ago, but I worked on when I was out at Ellsworth. We worked in the corrosion hangar, which is in the back in the base. So you drive all the way in the back and park, go through the little gate, and it was windy. You get there at like 5 in the morning, so sun's not up, but it's probably a foot of snow on the ground, going across concrete, the flight line.
Huge.
And to get to the hangar, the wind is blowing toward us, and I got my book bag on, but and I'm walking in, and one of our airmen, she was there, a little gal from Cali, probably like $120 if that. And I'm walking, I'm like, hey, I see you. Walk through the turnstiles, and I keep walking. And as I'm walking, I happen to just look back and notice that she's not making any ground when she hits the concrete. She's like taking 2 steps, getting literally slid back because there's a layer of ice under the snow. And I turn around. I turn around and I grab her hand and I put it on my book bag, like, grab this. And I'm literally leaning forward, walking to work.
Yep. We had something like that happen to a gal out at Fort Carson. Like she came into the motor pool and the wind blew up and she just went like this. And she was literally just sliding across the ice as the wind blew her. And she was shaking her head. You could see her. She's like, I can't do nothing,
I am completely helpless.
Yeah.
My dad.
It sucks. I've had to grab onto my gunner because he was walking. I was like in Jersey, at Fort Dix, but yeah, like I was stuck on ice and with the wind and stuff like that. I was not going anywhere. I just had to grab onto him.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think the scariest thing I ever saw, we had an M88 out at Fort Carson, and it's in the wintertime. Carson gets a lot of snow and ice. And in the motor pool, we probably had like yay much ice. I never thought a tank would slide. A 62-ton tank will actually slide. The guy driving it had hands up doing like, I can't. And his eyes were big because he's in a big chunk of metal, literally sliding at like 3 miles an hour, but he's still sliding.
60
it's out
tons.
of control. He's like, it won't, and it barely hit a cinder block wall, and it took out a little chunk about like this big. I was in the office upstairs. I looked down and I was like, what the fuck? You don't expect.
I'm not high. Am I high?
Yeah, you don't expect 60 tons to be sliding a direction it's not supposed to be on ice. But yeah.
I still like the video of the Russian tank drifting.
Yeah.
When they're going full speed and then they freaking turn the turret and crank those freaking tracks and it's like sparks. And I'm like, I don't ever want to go to war with Russians because they're going to do shit that's just like, you can't do that. Is there a ref? Like,
yeah.
Haven't you heard that?
What?
In America, we drive on the right side of the road. In Britain, we drive on the left side of the road.
That's the tone.
In Russia, road is road.
Yeah.
When my father was stationed up in Shimia, Alaska, which is the second to last Aleutian Island,
yeah,
he has an old VHS video that he took. One of the guys in the firehouse drove with a fire truck, the big boy for the flight line.
Yeah.
Drove it to the mess hall, parked it, got out, went into the mess hall. Next thing you know, the wind's blowing this full-size fire truck down the road. The wind is blowing across the island that bad.
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Yeah. It was just hilarious to see because you see guys walking right beside the barracks. They're trying to cross the road.
There's a fire truck sliding.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they're sliding right with it.
Yeah.
Because they'll get away from the barracks, get away from the building, and the wind would just come across and just blow them right down the road.
Wind is brutal.
Fire
wind and snow is crazy because even in North Dakota, when I was stationed up there, we had a blizzard. And the firehouse that, they have their lane that goes out to the flight line. For some reason, I don't know the rules or whatever, they got an alarm to go respond to a fire. Well, they never made it. Luckily, it wasn't a fire, but no one knew where the engine was at. They literally got stuck 100 yards away from the firehouse in the snow. But, when you're stuck, you don't go wandering.
Yeah.
They thought they were lost. radio communication. Where you at? We don't know. We can't see anything. As soon as the blizzard's off, they open the front door to the firehouse. They're literally like on the road, like right there. But they're like, what happened? The engine got stuck.
Yep.
And no one knew. And one of my buddies was he was a ladderman. He goes, dude, it was so crazy. We couldn't see shit. He goes, lights, nothing. Like, we had our sirens on full. Like, it was just a really bad windstorm with blizzard. He goes, no one can see us. No one can hear us.
I've been in a whiteout blizzard.
That's what it was.
Totally disorienting.
Yeah, whiteouts are
Oh, fuck that.
No fun.
insane.
We were doing field things downrange Fort Carson one year. And, you know, we had the GP medium that's supposed to sleep like 5 to 6 people. We put the little potbelly stove in it, right?
This is
We're
why I
out-
didn't join the Navy.
we're out doing our winter training, and we go to bed at night. We wake up and we can't get out of the tent because the wind had blown about 4 foot of snow around the tent. Basically, there was like 3 feet of the tent sticking out of a freaking wind pile. It was
Snowdrifts.
out of a snowdrift. And, you know, it was like people that did get out, they were like looking for other people, had to dig, and then we had to go and dig everybody out of their freaking tents. It was like, man, screw this winter fighting. Give me the desert. Then I actually went to the desert, was like, you know, the winter fighting ain't that bad.
I like winter fighting because when
I'd
we were
much rather be digging people out of their cars on the highway,
Yep,
taking cots and water to the airport and stuff like that, driving through the madness and like Humvees and shit like that, than sit my ass in a freaking desert ever again.
Oh,
yeah, I will take winter
I'm-
fighting all day. For one, chemical weapons don't work, so you don't have to
Yep.
mask up.
Boom.
Yeah. It's like
Boom.
there's a lot of shit. The work rest cycle that the work rest cycle actually implies in the winter. The
Yep.
summer they don't really use it, but in the winter they definitely use it.
Yep.
I remember doing a repair on an aft bulkhead door. So the aft bulkhead of the B-52 that's compressed, you know, that's on the inside. It's inside the wheel well. So where they pressurize, we were doing a repair on it in the middle of the winter. My fire watch is outside, full parka, Polar Kings, face mask. I'm inside, literally wearing shorts and a t-shirt and boots.
Yep.
You know, and I remember popping my head out of the flight, you know, because they have the heater in there, so the sealant and everything will cure. And I'm layered up, but as I'm working, parka is off, coats off, shirts off, pants are off. Like, it's just like I'm in there with underwear,
now.
t-shirt. Oh, whatever. You come up to South Dakota, come up to North Dakota, and you see how it is, buddy. I can take the heat, but I'd much rather the cold.
Oh yeah. Well, like we
had a blizzard here last year. Yeah.
we changed a Humvee motor one time out in the winter. We had no tent. We were doing it like in the middle of a snowstorm, and we would rotate like every 2 hours. You went from holding flashlights to doing work to going back into the tent to holding flashlights to doing work to go back to the tent to warm up. Every like 3 hour rotate, you know. So yeah, the winter time, yeah.
4 Aussies in the chat.
We should give them their own freaking show on the network. We get them in there.
Yeah, we call it Down Under, the thunder from Down Under.
Yes. Coming to you from the future.
Hey,
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
it's the
kiddo.
little boils.
Girlfriend's daughter.
Little person on set.
Hey.
It's the little boils. I'm sorry, I don't know her last name. So
Have a
Alfred.
good night, Steve. Tell Michelle I miss her face.
yes, but what's been new with you guys? Bada, bada, ba.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of heat, and I don't really survive, or I survived, but I don't like humidity.
Oh yeah.
Don't
that-
survive.
Oh fuck.
Well, Mike lives
Because,
literally
like,
in the place where
it gets
humidity
cold
comes
here.
from.
Yeah,
Yeah,
humidity. I hate
it
it.
gets cold here, but it's a dry cold, much like they were saying it's a dry heat. It's
Yeah.
a dry
Yeah.
cold. Because when I was in New Jersey
That,
in the
that's a
winter,
wet cold.
That's a wet
Yeah.
humidity. That's ugly. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit goes through
they were
your
making
bones.
fun of us because they're like, y'all are from Colorado, you ain't used to snow. Like, well, you shut down your post for over 2 inches of snow.
Right.
No, that is a whole different cold. Because once you are cold, you're cold.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like
in that type of cold.
over Korea, the first time I went there, we're out in the field. It's like 2 feet of snow on the ground, but it's like -10, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're from Iowa. You should be used to this." And I'm like, "We stay indoors when it gets like this. We're not out playing football and GI Joe. We indoor people.
Woohoo!
What's up? What's up with that?
Congratulations, Julie.
Yes.
What's the backstory?
She's in Australia,
Yeah.
so she's got an exemption that she gets to go overseas.
I know, but why she needs an exemption?
Because COVID and all of the blah blah.
Oh. Yeah, so there was a event I was supposed to do tomorrow or Friday on base, and
Oh yeah,
at
yeah.
first I was supposed to show my vaccine card, which I'm like, I can print something out online, but whatever.
Right.
Then they were like, okay, if you wear a mask, you can come to the show. And I'm like, okay, I wore a mask. It's base, whatever. I'll do it. Yay! So when you get here, let me know your address and buy up all the barbecue sauce you can. And
There you go.
Australia.
Boom! Instantly. Awesome idea.
And so I was like, okay, I'm not getting vaccinated, so I'm not getting a card. So I'll wear a mask. And then they're like, well, then they changed it and go, well, you have to show a current COVID test in at least 3 days, like the last 3 days before a negative COVID test. And I'm like,
I could
first of all, it's just I can get one for free, super easy, but it's just the point.
Yeah.
I'm like, I looked at what I did the last year in this show.
See,
And I was like, I did $147.99 last year at a show for 4 hours. I'm like, well, I'm just going to cancel. I'm not going to be at that show. I'm good. Because this is getting a little out of hand with the whole, and I was in the mall today talking to some of my wholesalers. I have 2 wholesalers in the mall. There's a whole section that was a store that is now a vaccine center.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was like, is this a dystopian
I was
future
just
I'm
gonna
already
say
living
that's
in?
in South Dakota.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
some
like,
Colorado bullshit.
I was like, is this a dystopian future I read about? Like, where are the robots that are enforcing the law?
They're doing that here in Iowa. Not only that, they had a drive-through vaccine site set up for like the weekend over here at the state fair. You go on one side of the fair, you drive, you get your shot, you drive out.
They got those all over here in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Florida, it's like, come get your vaccine and a pound of meth.
Oh, Julie, you scare me sometimes, you little rope bunny.
I'm bringing back some. I don't even know what that is.
Well, she is a
She likes to play with ropes.
lovely lady. Very dominant in that.
Oh, got ya.
Oh.
She knows how to tie knots, brother.
No shade.
She's not a Boy Scout.
So when she pulls out the whip, it's not like old school. Like,
yeah. Which totally cool. I tried it twice.
See?
Not my cup
No
of tea.
shame in him.
Not my cup of tea. Don't. But hey, whatever floats your boat.
Oh, yeah. Whatever floats your boat or sinks it. Whatever
Yeah.
you're into.
As long as it don't involve kids and puppies,
Thank you,
Any
Dave.
animals.
Thank you for speaking. Thank you for always keeping it awkward.
It is so.
Kind of my job. Well,
Views
okay.
expressed on the Crossroads do not reflect Veterans Anonymous.
Yeah. Or it's sponsors.
Yeah, what she said.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, I didn't mean you were a sub. I know you're a dom, and that's the only term I know is rope bunny. I'm sorry. I didn't. Yeah,
Well, we actually know.
Oh, you done fucked up.
We know.
Almost as bad as the American.
At least I didn't.
Who's getting the whip now?
Taz.
Yeah, at least I didn't call her a Sheila. I guess.
Well, we know someone on
Didn't
TikTok
they
with
actually
that name.
mention
Remember,
that
Dave?
not everybody, not all women find that offensive? I guess it's like different parts. Because Taz did not like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Julie,
right.
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sorry if that offends you. But
We got top or half an hour in, and we're going to our I got some pretty good ones today, guys. Pretty memes, some memes. So Dave sent me some of these, and so did my meme source.
I'm gonna go get a beer. Be right back.
Dark back alley of the interwebs. Day 500 of
Change a shirt.
of 15. Day 500 of 15 days
Same
of flatten
shirt.
the curve. I remain perfectly still as a UN anal swab drone hovers overhead. It reminds me of a guy on TikTok. He posts like almost every day, like he's out in the wilderness, unvaccinated, going to Mexico so he can get rights back, so he
The
can
guy
come
from
across the
New
border
York.
illegally. Here we go. Thanksgiving's next week. No need to post plates. We're all eating the same shit. I'm not actually. And I'm not gonna lie, this next one, if this is not a Navy Army guy or a Marine, I don't know who is. I heard Rodney got super wasted last night. Yeah, I even drew a face on his dick. You mean a dick on his face?
That totally sounds like some Army shit right there, bro. It's sad to say I can see that happening, bro.
Yeah.
Oh God.
We had a guy that was going on leave, and we got him super drunk the night before he was to go home. We shaved his eyebrows and then took a Sharpie and drew a dick on his face.
This one says, ask my husband to cut an avocado, and now I'm faced with the fact
No
that
shit.
I have actually married to a crazy person. He goes, who's gonna do the link on where he got that knife?
No shit. I want
Right.
that.
Like, I want that knife. I want that lightsaber.
No
Yeah.
kid.
But this is a model showing the chemical makeup of a veteran, drugs, alcohol. There's cigarettes up here.
Caffeine.
There's more cigarettes. There's
Big
alcohol and
fast food,
caffeine
fast
down
food.
here.
Look at the prescription arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
prescription arm. There's
Well,
there's McDonald's in there.
Yeah, fast food, Big Mac. He's got
I think there's a
ramen
condom
noodle.
in there too somewhere.
I think there's ramen noodles
that?
in his hand.
Yeah, cup of noodles or coffee.
Yeah.
You know, Santa, why is your sack so big?
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh
Because
my
I
god.
only come once a year.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh
Santa.
God! Give me a break, y'all. It's not even mine.
Oh, never thought about Frankenstein like that. Sorry about that.
There's a difference between a guy and a girl in saying,
I'll be right back.
go through inbox and tissues during the movie. Dave, you need to be here. Let me know when you're going to be back because I can't show everything. There's some things in here specifically for you. Okay, now I don't do the thing, but okay. Hypothetical question: is it normal if my wife has a boyfriend? Talking about the random stupid questions that the people ask.
Seriously. He seriously
Yeah,
asked the dumbest fucking questions.
yeah.
And then he repeated the same dumb fucking
Dumb
question
Questions.
over and over again. And Kyle's face was like, bro, I answered you and you don't make any sense on a lot of things.
This sign broke me. I'm ready to throw in off the yoke of society and live feral now. Bananas by the each. If you don't understand that, you are the reason. There we go. Aircraft maintenance in flight. I don't know who sent me that, but for some reason it was relevant. Where's Dave at? I'm literally getting, and this is what people do that use Sweet Baby Ray's right here. This is how you barbecue if you barbecue Sweet Baby Ray's.
I'm sorry, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Blip. Where's Dave? Dave, come back. The last one is of course he would leave on
He
his
met, like, I don't know what it is. He's been busy the past 2 nights. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, come on, bro. Where you at? I'm literally waiting for Dave. We're gonna wait for Dave. Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here, man. I finally, let's see if I can. Oh yeah, we have way too much stuff in our deal. I probably need to buy more space.
So what did I do? Did I save it or screenshot it?
What?
just to show you how stupid homeboy is. And it's not in my pictures. What did I do with it? Because my internet is messed up because I was going to pull this up. But y'all will have to.
Oh, those exceed the limit of size. That's why it's not there. It just exceeds the limit of size.
All right.
Dave,
I know that you're not
come back.
following, but.
Who, me? Oh,
yes.
yeah. I don't even watch the news.
But this is pointed
I saw the
towards
meme.
the jury.
I saw the meme.
He did this not only once, but twice.
Yeah, I saw the meme. It's like your. I know the mag's not in, but your finger's on the trigger, and did you clear the weapon? Like, really?
He didn't clear it.
No, exactly. That's what I'm
just
saying.
picked it up.
The two detectives actually did clear it, but when they handed it to him, he just pointed it towards the jury like that.
He's trying to be as famous as Alec Baldwin.
And he was talking
Someone
about
made a meme
how
like that.
people the
Yep.
hollow point rounds while hunting, which I don't know about y'all, but I don't know anyone that's used hollow points hunting.
No.
Yeah, they use hollow points.
I know it exists, but I don't
Yeah.
know anybody that uses
Well, no, so I'm saying
not
for
too many.
rifle, no, a lot of people do actually for big bore rifles. 30-aught, 7mm. There's hollow points. So hollow points and rifle do the same thing as hollow points and self-defense ammo, but they're different. They don't look the same. It's literally
Hi,
designed
Christine.
with a pinhole in the top of the bullet.
Yeah,
And as it
tiny,
goes
tiny.
in, yeah, tiny, but when it goes in, then it opens up.
Mhm.
But it's the same thing, but just in rifle. So the majority of people
I
do
know
hunt.
because
The majority of
like I
people
said.
do hunt with hollow points because if not, it'll be a through and through. And if it's small enough, the animal will actually run farther. So you want to destroy the brain, the heart, the lungs. So it's a more ethical.
See, and I thought about that because honestly, like you kind of heard gasping a little bit when the first time that he did it, and then he did it again.
Mhm.
But at the same time, the way that the camera was set up on the live feed, you couldn't see his finger on the trigger because it was pretty much looking over him like this way. So the
And like he
the
said,
cameras were
ballistic
in front
tips.
of him.
Yep.
So, but it was even just like
Rusty Travis, how you doing, sir?
that was still like he knew. I don't think he did it in that sense as far as the fight or flight thing because he didn't shoulder it right. He didn't hold the weapon right. He has no idea about the difference of like he was asking Kyle's opinion on the difference between Full Metal Jacket and Hollow Point. That it's just like you're asking an 18-year-old the weapons professionals would know. But asking the dumbest fucking questions. It's been today.
Sorry about that. Unexpected.
So today, actually, they've been what's the fucking
Deliberating.
word? Deliberating. I almost said delegating. Deliberating for day 2, and then something about like video. The jury wanted to see a certain video evidence. So they cleared the courtroom, allowing the jury to come in, cut the live feed and stuff like that, allowed the jury to come in, and then they like braked forever. The live feed came back on, but it was like they would just go to like the seal and mute the mics and stuff like that. Only for it to suddenly come back and the judge be like, all right, let's bring the jury in. So then the whole courtroom is completely silent. And it's like almost a somber feeling that it's just like, holy shit, did they come to a verdict? And then as soon as they like turn the mics back on, they're like, okay, so we're going to break for the evening.
All right,
Like,
I'm back.
why you gotta mess with me?
About time, Dave. God dang it. You would leave the one time I have something for you. It's
What?
Dave's high school graduation picture from the year 62.
Oh my goodness. John told me not to share that with you.
I do like that hat though. I need one of
John
those.
sent me that today, I think, or yesterday, and I'm like, is that? I had to zoom. I'm like, is that Dave?
There's a few photos where I even got to take a
Bro,
double
I
take.
think you need to like make sure that that's not you, because
Yeah,
a day in the life of Psy,
day of the life of Psy. Like,
I would
I
not
was
put
like,
this past you.
yeah, but that's it. Goodness, man.
Yeah. But in all honesty, I don't think that he did it to scare the jury. I think he just did it because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing when it comes to weapons like that.
Oh yeah.
Well, he
Any
even
weapon.
said he had no knowledge of weapons. He admitted it.
Well, and the defense even said they're like, I'm not a professional with these weapons and stuff like that. But you know who they asked questions about weapons to?
A professional
The veterans
and cops.
and the cops and the analysis, the people that actually know the ins and outs of the gun and the barrel and everything else. But yeah.
Only in Dungeons and Dragons and Skyrim am I a wizard.
I'm a wizard in the kitchen.
I'll agree with you on that one. Yes, you are. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Bam.
When you make people hungry over the internet just by cooking a steak and topping it, you're a wizard in the kitchen. I'll give you that.
Or cooking breakfast.
Oh, bro, yeah. Some of the breakfasts you do, it's like, man, all I got to look forward to is BK or Quick Trip, you know.
Yeah, that breakfast, my late night snack last night was my breakfast this morning. And
I saw that late night snack. Dude, that late night TikTok you had was freaking hilarious.
That was pretty tasty. Not gonna lie. That was very tasty. I did tri-tip seared with roasted garlic, and then I put it in an omelet.
Oh, that looked in.
And then I made my clarified butter again. Woo!
I could just drink that.
Hey, you got it. I didn't say it, but you got it.
I wish. That was my younger years, maybe.
Man, until the day I die, son. As long as they still got lotion. What? Anyway, what are we listening to, Jade?
Baking
I'm
outfit.
trying to hear y'all.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me? You see me? I see me.
It's coming through choppy, but it's not choppy on our end. Either that or she's practicing her karate moves. I don't know.
Yeah. She's trying to tiny hand chop me. I got you.
Or she's practicing her back rub massage thing.
Double knife hand.
Got you.
Quadruple knife hand.
Because I knocked shit all over the place.
So I saw a TikTok and I didn't record it. It was in basic training for the Army. And it's a Spanish cadet or whatever they call him in the Army. And
Veterans
he comes
Day
out.
one.
Huh?
The Veterans Day one?
Yeah.
Where they're
And he comes
inspecting?
out with his freaking cowboy hat on and a water gun. And he's like, whatever Happy Veterans Day is in Spanish to
Yeah,
his
he's
freaking drill instructor. And he's like, Happy Veterans Day. It's just like everyone's laughing.
And
he even made his TI laugh. But then the next cut, he's doing push-ups, but he's counting them in unos, dos. Right?
he's going, Uno, Drill Sergeant.
Yeah.
Dos, Drill Sergeant.
Just Sergeant. But I'm not gonna lie, that smoke was worth the fire
Oh, hell
because
yeah.
he came out and that TI could not hold it in, like could not hold in the laugh. You know,
He was already laughing even before the kid spoke.
Yeah. Yeah, he was laughing before he spoke to see that guy come out in a big old, like, where in the hell did he get a cowboy hat and a water gun in basic training?
Yeah, especially in basic. Wow.
But nowadays, man, I have a buddy, he has 4 kids and they're all in the Army. They literally have like social media time to call, to call family and stuff. And part of it, I think, is kind of good, you know, just for the connectivity of the family. You know, but I think we're getting a little, as the one guy said, I think we're getting a little soft
Oh, we're getting a lot of soft, bro. It started happening a long time ago. I didn't believe in the stress cards until I had an E2 come out of AIT and show me his stress card from
Oh, they
basic
did?
to
They
AIT.
actually did those?
They actually did those. You put your finger on it, and if it turned that little mood ring color, the drill instructor would tell you to go into the shade, take a 20, 30-minute rest till the card color changed. Yeah, stress cards. They actually had those. I thought they were a unicorn. I
thought it was like, seriously, the most Air Force thing. I thought it was a card, because in the Air Force, what I was told, that it wasn't even the mood ring thing. It was when you felt too stressed, you would hand the TI a card.
Yeah.
That's what the Navy
and be like, I'm too stressed. And they would have to de-escalate, because when I went through basic in 96, 97, a really weird time, because they were in the middle of changing curriculums. So they just got rid of being able to drop people for push-ups. So I saw TIs drop folks and then forget, like, oh shit. And like, they'd be like, get out and give me 20. And then they would sit there and go, get up. And the recruit would be like, look up, like, what? Like, what?
Yeah.
He was like, get up. And then go over there. And the TI would just like walk off. And everyone, we were like, what just happened?
Oh yeah, Mark. I know the Army did them first. They actually had.
It didn't last long. They did it for like a couple cycles, and they didn't last long. Because when I went through.
Does Australia have nukes? Because if you don't have nukes, you can't talk shit. And I'm not talking about giant turds.
They have emus.
They have emus. Oh yeah, yeah. When your country can beat a bird, then come talk some shit. All right. Because guess what? Yeah, ostriches and shit and doves aren't fucking taking over America. Just saying, buddy. Just like,
what's the one that like looks prehistoric? We always say it though. It's like got the big.
The caraway.
Yeah.
Cassoway.
Emu. Ostrich.
No, it's the
it has that big like purple.
The causeway.
bluish-
It looks like a fucking dinosaur.
The causeway.
Bro.
Like,
yeah, that thing. What Christian said.
Yeah, exactly. That thing.
Yeah,
no.
dude. Guess what?
There
was bears. We had bears, and guess what? We killed them all, and we took over the land.
There was a gal down in Florida that got killed by her pet cassowary. You know, it like fucking pecked her to death. They're basically a giant chicken because they got them spurs on their feet. You know,
if you notice, the one badass thing about California is on their flag is the bear that no longer lives in the state because they killed them all.
No kidding, right? Yeah.
Are you talking about koalas though? Like bears here?
Well, no, I watched a TikTok when a guy talked about like Australia and the things that'll kill you, and he goes, "Why do you guys are scared of us?" He goes, "You guys have mountain lions, bears,
wolves,
like giant wolves,
alligators.
Like we actually have a lot of, but Australia has a lot of little stuff that'll kill you." But if you think about it, so do we. We have
they've got stuff that looks cute, like the koala bear, like you want to go and pet it, and then it will kill you.
Well, no, you won't get killed. You'll just get an STD.
Well, they have.
Well, they got the platypus.
Yeah, the platypus has like a spur on it. That thing looks benign. You know, God made that shit Friday at 4:00.
Leftover parts.
Speaking of recluse, so I saw this randomly. I think it might have been 2 weeks ago, but on the movie set of Rust, since it's been shut down since you know who and his amazing weapons discipline. So somebody was there at the set, like shutting it down, got bit by a brown recluse, and is now looking at losing their arm.
I was in Oklahoma. I was in Oklahoma where they had them, and I literally kept my house at 65 degrees because that's the temperature where spiders go dormant. Because when I was there, a lady was at a park. It was on the news when I was in Oklahoma. My son was like 2 or 3. A lady was at the park, and her daughter was in the little jungle gym and got bit by a brown recluse. And her daughter was the same age as my son.
Exactly.
She called the EMTs or ambulance. By the time she got to the hospital, her daughter was dead.
Yep. Brown recluses ain't no joke, man.
And then a kid, because as a kid, you don't have enough.
Your immune system isn't.
Your immune system's not big enough, and you're not big enough. But this guy who was it was a whole like thing they did. this guy was in a hotel, a motel, a salesman, and he got bit in the chest. And he showed it how
Got a
much
hole
of
in it.
material they had to take out
Yeah,
of
and
his
demons.
chest,
Material.
Yeah,
like flesh and
I know.
meat.
It's like Felix doesn't do the gooey, juicy wounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
my
like
scar is
those
about the size
He's
spiders.
of a golf
like
ball.
medic. There's some
Yeah, if I'm a
motion.
medic, expect to get thrown darts at you. Like I will. Like here's
the only time Felix is a good medic is in Call of Duty. He'll come over every time and like revive you.
I got you. But seriously, in all seriousness, when it's real shit, I got it. But when it's not like real, like if it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I broke my arm open and there's no like drama going on.
Ooh,
Nah,
compound
I need like earthquakes and like
Well, like-
shit going on.
Well, like I talked to you the other night about it. I totally forgot that I had done that to Audie, like giving him 4 bags and an IV deal when he was, and it just like, it was one of those things, like once he told me about it and thinking about it, I was like, I didn't even think about it at the time. It just was like all reflex, it was like,
Yep.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. Reflex is different than just like being a medic. Like I had a buddy when I was in college who was going to school to be an EMT, and his brother was already the head EMT out in this no place, Louisiana. And we almost got fired for this. We worked at a Foot Locker, Athlete's Foot, that's what it was called. And he would bring his camcorder and record calls, which I think probably is illegal now, but
Now, yeah.
we would watch the store to be slow, and we had a big TV behind the counter, but the TVs were all connected through the store. And we were sitting there watching one of the calls where the guy was on a motorcycle, got in an accident.
Oh no.
And I'm just gonna say this guy rode the rail until he met a sign which split his helmet and the rest of him.
Oh no.
And we're watching this, and I'm like, dude, like watching this, and we hear this behind us.
Yeah.
We turn, there's 4 people that just walked into the store, and we're watching what's on the screen.
Wow.
We
Whoopsies.
run to the back to take the tape out. We want to speak to your manager. I'm like,
Of course you do, bitch. Just kidding.
here's his number.
That
Let me write
reminds
the
me.
manager's number down. Whose number do we write down?
Yeah.
We don't really know who. This is back before cell phones. We just wrote a number down. I was like, here you go. That's who you write to complain.
The first time I went to Korea, I was stationed up in Camp House, which was really still remote at the time, like World War II, Korea War type barracks and stuff. And it was on the side of a hill. So everywhere you went on Camp House, you were either going uphill or downhill. That was it, And we didn't have cable, we didn't have TV, but we had like AFN and the 2 local Korean channels. Well, what the battalion commander for Camp House figured out was you could route a coax cable throughout the whole base and have whoever was battalion CQ put movies in. And so there was a movie channel. Well, one guy got his wife to send him a movie, like I think it was the Martin Lawrence show. And so we're like sitting in our room drinking one night, watching Martin, the man from the 4th floor,
Yeah.
And all of a sudden a porno goes on. His wife had forgotten that she taped over a porno of her and him. It was on
Are you sure she forgot?
Well, it was on the whole camp, like a whole battalion and support for a battalion was watching TV. And it was on for like 5 minutes before battalion got back and like hit the stop button on the VCR, And the next day we found out we no longer had a base-wide movie channel.
Yeah, we have that in the Air Force. We call it, well, nowadays it's a network drive where it's full of movies and TV shows when you're deployed, and every computer has access to it.
Yeah.
But when I was one of my middle deployments, we had a guy actually get busted in comm because all emails go through comm when you're deployed. And he was filtering the emails that had pictures and taking them off. Instead of deleting the pictures, he was saving them.
Oh, no.
And yeah, he had CDs, DVDs of people's loved ones.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And yeah, he got he got dealt with very
I was
awesomely.
gonna say he better have gotten
But-
hemmed up.
But the cool thing is, so Third Herd in Oklahoma City, Combat Com, the guys that literally set up, I guess they work with the Army and Marines. They set up all the comm communications in deployed areas. We had a spot in Diego, and our tent was across from them, and I had to go over there to find somebody. And I walk in, and they got all their gear. They got 2 giant projector screens going on. And I walk in, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. You guys, like, someone recorded, the NBA for you, and you guys are watching basketball. And I'm not into basketball, so I don't know. And the guy goes, no, those are NBA finals. I'm like, okay, cool. They recorded the finals for you, and you're watching them. He goes, no, we hacked the NBA, like the satellite. And we're streaming the NBA finals here. And he goes, we're going through and pushing them out because some places, every place doesn't get AFN.
Right.
And this place did not, at the time, didn't get AFN. So they,
Stupid.
the base commander was a big NBA fan. So we got to watch sports and stuff, like, because I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, the signal just goes from there to there. We just kind of went, bloop, boop.
Yeah.
And drew it down, and they're like sitting there watching it, and they were recording it so they can play it back for everyone off shift in the chow halls and the gyms and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not even mad.
I'm not even mad. Like, that's pretty badass. If you think about it, that was pretty badass for the day.
Well,
now,
like back in the day, we used to always make sure
Diego Garcia, baby.
We used to always make sure that the Camo dogs, their Humvees were taken care of.
No, she was saying that about who you were talking about with the loved ones.
We could always make sure to make friends with the Camo dogs because you keep their Humvee up and they tune into TV stations and radios for you.
Yep.
Don't know what Camo all of them are just like, look, you figure out a radio.
So I have a
ones that I've known.
redirect.
Well, you were MP. We had to, you got to have something to offer them.
I got a little redirect. So we want to do game night tonight. Start game night. Aussies against Americans.
We got enough Aussies in there. We could send them an invite, pull them on. That'd be funny.
I know Bill said he went to work.
Ducky's in here. I think I saw
available?
Damien. I think I saw maybe Julie.
Because even if we just have Ducky, it doesn't have to be Aussies and Americans. We can put the 2 Navy together.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, we already know they're already down for it.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think it matters what country's Navy you're in. Navy is just universal. Like, hey.
Hi. Anchors away.
If Damien is still, then we would need another player as well. Or we would need another Aussie if we pulled Damien in as well as Ducky.
I love you, brother.
You froze up, so whatever you said, sure.
Me?
No, Felix.
Oh.
Yeah.
Julie was in here. So if we get Ducky, Damien, and Miss Julie to play Aussies versus Americans. Otherwise, Ducky, are you available? If we want to play
Damien's
a game.
Okay, Damien said he's back.
She's eating lunch.
All right, I'm back. Back. The Max Hedgem. Back.
Oh, I used to love watching that
Okay,
show.
so we have two Aussies available.
So there's a can of Foster's in it for you if you want to join.
Oh,
I know how much you guys love Foster's.
They're just gonna be like,
it's Australian for beer. So while we figure that out, I have some new stuff to premiere and show tonight.
Navy or Pump Bandits.
So
That's the
Dave,
nicest way of ever.
Roll that beautiful beard footage, brother.
as we are. Oh yeah, we danced till the sun came up. Oh yeah, we danced till the sun came up.
So, guys, as you know, we have. I might as well just take the here because it's bigger than it needs to be, and that's what she said. But I am going to share with you what my, working in marketing, working on stuff for the kind of keep it fresh and cool and in parent. But you guys are going to want to see this because this stuff is pretty badass. I have an amazing photographer who does some amazing work.
Cool.
So here we go. Can you guys see this? Can you see this?
Yes.
Well, I
Small
see
pictures.
thumbnails.
Yeah, thumbnails. Many small.
Can you see that? Yes? No?
Thumbnails.
Nope. Still shows
Just
all
thumbnails.
a bunch of thumbnails.
Oh, wait a second. Stop sharing.
You
Hide.
just push the right button.
Well, no, it's not that. I'm in another area, so it's kind of weird.
Lucky you don't have any bad pictures in them thumbnails.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's all
Oh,
good.
you can't tell. Just kidding.
Bam. Can you see that?
It's a separate file.
Yes.
Oh, that's smooth, bro.
So he's working on some stuff. So that's our habanero.
Nice.
Bam.
Your
our,
what?
Our mild habanero.
Have an arrow.
Habanero.
I have an arrow.
Have an arrow.
He did, a little,
That is
feature.
good.
He's just
Dang.
Really good.
working on some stuff, but
Nice.
it gets better.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Oh, nice.
See, I thought I was gonna come up with some clever pictures, but no,
That's-
not even gonna attempt it now.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Ooh, I like the fire on
He's
that.
pretty
'cause that- yeah,
badass.
that's a nice group photo. That's
Yeah.
cool.
This cat's pretty, and this is a video for Black Friday. Oh no, yep. Little small promo video for Black Friday, but yeah. So, I got more stuff coming
Beautiful,
in.
Felix. Beautiful work.
I got more
Oh,
stuff coming in
shit.
from him. Oh shit, I missed that one.
There was a mustard.
Yeah, he had the mustard in there. That was the only other one, but I'm getting more stuff from him. Oh, this one. Hold up 1 second. This is the last.
Those are some good pics, bro. Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, nice.
y'all can't
Carolina
tell mine is
Reaper.
bad. I gotta be close to the screen to see.
Bam, Carolina Reaper. So, and that mustard. But he's coming up with some more stuff for me. I have some videos. I can't find them or pull them up right now. That he's working on, and
He needs.
I'm just like I said, it's
figure it.
this guy. He's really good at what he does. I'll be uploading a lot of the pictures to the website
Obviously.
to change out what he has. Just let me see if I can just show you real quick because it's bam. I know he sent it to me in text. Where are you at, Nick? There we go.
Are you gonna
This-
do that before Family Feud or what?
Yeah, I'll do it before Family Feud.
What we doing?
I was thinking of
48.
doing it at the end of Felix's little thing. I'll
And this
try
is
it.
just a preview.
You take it this time though.
Sorry.
Take the toothpick and
I did. Oh, that's
Hello.
cool. Oh yeah. Oh, nice. That's a smooth fade.
So he did that one for me, and then
That's
this one
smooth.
that he had to show me because he's a workout partner for a friend.
Nice.
yes,
That's nice.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, so he did that kind of stuff for me. I'm waiting for the rest
Yeah,
of the
Dave, did you
videos
get milk?
and stuff. So what are we doing? What's going on?
48.
Oh shit, Dave. Damn,
Who doesn't
bro.
do the spicy?
yeah.
So my suggestion is when you try it, don't put it on the roof of your mouth.
Oh no, I put it right on my tongue, and
Well,
it still hurt.
It's just one of those things. It's natural when something's that you kind of want to go, and it gets on the roof of your mouth. That's a lot.
Ooh, that's
That's about the same he did last night.
well, even Mike was like coaching him too. It's like it's good, and then it hits, and then Cy was like,
Yeah, you could tell when it hits
Thank
because
you.
you'll.
Right
there it
there.
goes, there it goes.
It don't take long to hit. There is
No, it don't. No, it don't.
There is no wait time with this stuff.
Ooh, it's so good though. The flavor is so there, but that heat is just insane.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat some spicy
Ooh.
things.
You know what, Dave? Straight up, this is what you need. Just relax, breathe. Don't drink. Don't. It enhances it. It enhances it. Unless you drink cream or milk, that makes it worse.
Yeah. Beer, any
Now,
sodas.
Yes,
I can tell you
seriously,
what you can
if you have a
do.
contact
What you can do,
with them,
go grab another beer. Grab another beer. You need a new beer. This will help. You got to do this to make this work. Go grab another beer and come back.
All
the
right.
sauce didn't touch your lips, did it?
Wow.
Just so y'all know, Uncle Cy does not do the spicy. No. So the fact that he was just like, nah, no problem, I'll do it again, is amazing.
So the trick is literally he needs to shotgun a beer and shotgun a second beer. That is the only thing because that will flush out his mouth.
Oh, sure.
So Dave, come on. All right. So this is the thing you need to do. You need to shotgun that beer now.
I can't shotgun. I never could.
You can't shotgun?
Well,
Gulp, drink it as fast as you can, and then
Right.
drink the second one
in
as
through
fast
your
as you
nose,
can.
out through your mouth.
It's tapering off a little bit. It's not as bad as that initial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the only way
And
you
you
can get rid
kinda
of
knew
that,
what
and
to
I did it,
expect,
I
Mike, too.
shotgunned a 16 ounce. Like,
Chug,
just keep
chug, chug,
drinking
chug.
it. Don't sip it. Just let it go
Chug.
down, and it'll wash it away.
We're not trying to get you fucked up, but chug it. Come on.
Chug it. Let's go. Come on, Dave.
I was that guy at the parties that could never chug. I'd lose all the time.
Damn, Dave's not a swallower. He would have never joined the Navy.
Nope. I have a gag reflex, apparently.
Oh, that's literally what he said.
Y'all, I will be right back. Take care of Uncle Cy.
It's getting better. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's basically what happened last night when I tried it, Felix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Ooh.
can't take
No, I can't.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, the flavor is there, but once that heat kicks, it's like, oh, but then you kick that flavor still, and you're like, yeah, but oh, you know.
So I'm not friends with some of these folks. So if you guys are, Dave, I will send you the link to send to people because I think
can
you are
send it.
friends with people.
Oh yeah,
I can
Mark
send it to
Woodhead.
Ducky.
Mark Woodhead, I'm friend. Oh, the link.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Well, I'll send it to you in
Here's
Messenger.
Dave, he's true blue. He's a piss pot through and
Michael,
through.
you can send the link I sent to you to
Yeah.
whoever you need to.
I was going to send it to Ducky.
Yeah.
Oof.
And Dave,
Ducky,
I'll
check
send you
your
the link so
messages.
you can send it to somebody so we can get people up in here. There you go. Jade already knows the link because I might be friends with people. I just don't really feel like searching for them.
Right? Ooh.
Yeah, but I was pretty excited when I got the pictures and stuff. It was
Those
kind of
are
funny.
some really cool pictures.
So during
bro.
Veterans Day, the gun shop I was at, which I'm about to buy another silencer because Silencer Co. has a sale going on that
I saw that.
if you buy any of their silencers or certain select silencers, you get a free 22 can and they pay for the tax stamp.
Nice.
That's
See,
like
I'd
$1,000.
I'd have to modify all my stuff to be able to put a suppressor on it.
Not the 22.
Well,
Oh,
no, because
you do have to modify it. You'll just have to bring it to get the barrel threaded.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, I got to get the barrel threaded. I got a little 22 that is on looks like an AR-15, and then I got a 22 that little James Bond. You remember James Bond where he pulls that 22 out and like screws it together? They used to be Air Force survival rifles. I've got one of those. Those are freaking cool. They're fun to plink with.
Speaking of James Bond, who's seen the newest James Bond?
Not yet, but I want to, but I kind of don't because supposedly it's the last one.
It's not the last James Bond.
Well,
I'm gonna let you know that Daniel Craig went out like a soldier. I love the whole movie. I am not gonna lie, I cried a little.
No kidding, dude. Now I want to watch it.
I have seen every James Bond since the first guy with one movie, whoever that guy was, that one random James Bond that was in the John Dune is gonna. It's a good movie, but it's gonna kind of disappoint you because it's not a one movie.
That's what I heard. They're going to have to do a Dune Part 2.
Yeah, they're going to do a Part 2 because it's not like the first Dune. It's good.
It's different from the book, which is going to...
It is. It's a little bit different from the book.
It's going to mess up a lot of people that have read the book, and like me being old school.
I love the movie. I love the books.
Oh, I'm going to watch it, yeah.
I've already watched the first one. I watched it when I was in Minneapolis. It was a really good movie, but I was like, I need the next part. Like,
right.
Why did you not just do this in one movie? And I thought about it. They told the story really good in the first movie. They could have done it in the time frame for the second movie.
Oh, bummer, Christian.
How long is the original Dune movie?
137 minutes, according to some information.
So that's 137 minutes. They could have done this again in that time frame. But the cool thing is there's a guy on TikTok who's a big Dune fan, and he actually breaks down why there's metax and why there's certain people, because in the past they had an AI war and robots computers try to take over. So they don't allow any artificial intelligence. They don't allow computers. That's why they have those people that do all the calculations. And that's also why they have oh my god. I gotta handle this real quick. 1 second. Anyway, that's why they have this is not November. This is still November, even though you're in the future. But it was kind of cool to listen to him say why there's the people that do the folding
Every
space
time a
and
bell rings
eating
and
spice
Elf
and
gets its wings.
It was pretty awesome to listen to that little storyline. So do we have any more Aussies on? No Aussies. We could do 3-on-3.
Come on. Open up the link I just sent you, Damien. Give it a bit. He's probably having to run around and get his better half to show him how to do it.
See, that's what I you guys should totally figure out like a Aussie, and you can even make it a daytime show so it's nighttime for you guys, not, and you should totally pull a show off on the network. I think that'd be hilarious, like Veterans Down Under, or
Well, that's the thing is, you've got to remember that I'm actually talking to a lot of people. Like right now, it is almost 12:45 in the afternoon here in Adelaide.
Right.
Damien
Adelaide is the place where the tank came from.
The what?
The which?
I heard the person that now the tank wasn't invented by this person, but the person that invented the modern tank lived in Adelaide. And I don't know any other fucking place on the planet that has a place named Adelaide. So I was like, oh my God, he was an Aussie? Of fucking course.
Of course.
Well, we've got to try to.
Who is this big face dude right here?
There we go.
There we go.
Oh my. Welcome.
Okay. So I've known this guy for near on 13 years. Actually, a bit older, a bit longer now. Because
that's like 5 years in American.
Yeah, true. So I'll let Damien introduce himself. He's one of the guys that I used to rock around with a lot. So off you go, Damien.
Yeah, I'm Damien. I joined the Navy in '94. Got out in 2007. Very busy time during that period. I spent a lot of time at sea. Got out because I injured my neck. I had an operation on my neck, so
Ouch.
an engine hatch dropped on me head and part of my yokobo.
Holy shit.
Ow.
So yeah, that knocked me out cold, and yeah,
I bet.
from there, yeah, C5, C6 disc replacement and all kinds of stuff, and the usual mental health stuff that goes with that. But yeah, I'm doing okay now. PTSD and all that. My wife's talking to me about it. She had to deal with a lot of it, so I'm on the CBD oil, which is good. That's really helping, actually. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I've
the
heard amazing
constant
things about it.
So no THC allowed in Australia?
Yeah, I had to go through a lot of hurdles to get to it. It took about a year to finally get approved, but it helps with the pain as well as the mental health at the same time.
It's a balance. It's a really good
yeah,
balance.
it's the balance. Yeah, and it's slow release in and out. That's the best way to describe it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I rave about it. I reckon it's the best thing. I take it twice a day, 1 mil in the morning and 1 mil at night. I can up that if I want to, but I find that's the right one at the moment. So
Nice. Awesome, bro.
She
Well, and
calls me hot pans because
the other reason I was thinking like to have the Aussies on is to show a lot of people don't realize that the United States isn't the only place that's having veterans issues. Not only with their hospitals and their treatment and care, but PTS, suicide. Yeah. It's worldwide. It's Australia. It's Britain. It's anybody that's got a and I'll even admit it. It's the Russians. I'm sure they got some of the veterans that are like, the VA sucks.
Whatever they call
when it's
it.
the Russians, probably not. I'm just saying they're just like, here's some vodka pickles.
Road.
Have a good day.
The Russians are mad. I don't know if
the Russians, the vets don't kill themselves. The doctors do. They're like, I heard some shit.
I definitely had to fight the system. Like even DVA said, "Oh, what's a hatch?"
What's a hatch?
Yeah. They were very anti. Yeah, I'll never forget when they asked that. They asked that while my wife was listening. Because quite often I'd just go, well, stuff it. I'll just give up. I won't fight the system. But she kept pushing me to fight. So,
well, the thing is,
well, I'm glad you
unfortunately,
fought.
Unfortunately, here in Australia.
Are you still talking, Dana? Oh, that's you. Yeah, they sound the same. I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah. It's just because of our accent.
Yeah,
we've got the same audio mannerisms. It's not fucking funny.
Yeah.
No, apparently it's really fucking funny.
It is. Hi, Tara. How you doing? Tara's fried taters, by the way.
Here in Australia, DVA is civilian, and a lot of civilians do not understand defense speak.
Right.
DVA, even though it's Department of Veteran Affairs, when we turn around and write things down, we have to put it into civilian terms. So when we turn around and say hatch, we have to say a door that is attached to a roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I totally understand. Yeah, because here in the States, it's a mix. It's not. I think there should be more veterans working at veterans hospitals for veterans.
Definitely.
But we were lucky here. We got a lot of vets that come out and they go to work at the VA, either as a nurse or as a doctor or a therapist.
Well, even here in South Dakota, the DVA, if it's not a veteran, the person that works it is usually very associated with veterans or married to a veteran.
Right,
so
right.
We don't have to do a shorthand, because there's actually a database that they can go to. So when we talk about stuff, we don't have to explain or quote unquote vet-splain what's going on with us.
Yeah.
They just they write it down, and it's literally, I've watched the list while I watch my nurse go through the list when I'm talking about stuff, and she just writes it down, no questions asked.
Yeah.
Because the cool thing is for us, and I did talk to a nurse about it, she goes, even if I don't know what you're talking about, I'm not going to let you know. I'm going to just write down what you say and research it after you leave.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's less stressful for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And the amount of paperwork, they could cut down some of the paperwork. They love a good paperwork,
So what's a ship?
Yeah.
It's like a yacht. but bigger
Well,
with
they don't
guns.
understand. They said, "Why didn't you just say no? Why didn't you just, They'd ask dumb questions." Like,
Yeah.
Well, funnily enough, I'm actually reopening my claims because it's been 5 years, and they're going to reintroduce and reopen my claims for my back,
Awesome.
for my head, and my ankle. And what they're actually doing is they have given me a wad of A4 paper, and it's a full ream that my doctors have to fill out.
yeah,
Like,
same
Yep.
problem.
and they turn around and look at it and go, "Hey, we could easily cut half of that out by turning around and using one sheet to say this is the person, and
Yeah.
this is the forms,
Oh
not
yeah.
every single one."
Yes, but things like this helped me, and that sense of humour that we all have as vets helped me. There's a lot of volunteers over here, especially in WA, western part of Australia, that really help, and I get involved with them and help too, because
Awesome.
without those, how do you juggle the system? Like you were
Well-
saying,
Well, and I don't know, like your guys' veterans department, but like here in the States, the veterans department here, Veterans Affairs, in my opinion, is too big to help anymore.
yes,
And
same
we got to start doing stuff like you guys are doing over in Australia, getting small, talking to vets, making it local, doing
Yes.
stuff like this.
Yep.
Is what's going to help. Not the VA, not a big government plan like, so and so's giving this much money. Yeah, that's not going to help. It's going to be veterans like us that are
Yes.
doing small grassroots stuff.
Yep. And money
Well-
doesn't solve the problem. I kept saying that to DVA.
Yeah,
Money doesn't
yeah.
solve all the problems. You need, when you have nightmares and it's 2 a.m. and you're hurting your hand on the bedroom lamp. You can't have lamps on your bedside. They need to.
Yeah.
They don't get that
Right.
because they're too
Yeah.
big. Like Si said, they're too big. They don't even know parts of Australia, and they're in Australia.
Right.
They're just,
Yeah.
too big. But things like this help, mate. Having a sense of humour, having like-minded people, understanding that it is worldwide. It's not just.
Well,
you.
that's
It's
what
not-
that's
not
what
you.
gets us. That's what gets us as veterans, law enforcement. I learned something being a veteran, doing my business. I was at a vendor show selling barbecue sauce, and I have these shirts which I need to remake because I gave mine to my last one to someone, and I gave mine to somebody. But I had a shirt that said "Stacking Bodies." It had a cow, it had a chicken, pig, and a cow, and it said "Stacking Bodies." And these ladies came up, about 5 ladies, and they were looking at sauce. They bought some sauce. They all bought shirts.
Yep.
And I was like, they were laughing, and I'm like, what are you like? What are you laughing about? They were like, oh, we're gonna wear these at work. I'm like, what do you guys do? They were like, well, we're NICU nurses. We do this on a daily. I was like,
Oh, right.
Wrong. So wrong.
I'm like, you know what?
So
I need to go hang out, and we had coffee.
It's funny,
Guys,
but
I'm
you
like,
need to stop.
to make
Yeah.
to make a maintainer in the Air Force blush
Yeah.
is an accomplishment. Like, I heard some shit. Like,
Yeah.
I've said some shit that
Yep.
if it was recorded, you can cancel me all day. But
Yeah.
I'm like, you are a Nikki. Like, we do this
Like,
daily. Like,
seriously, nurses.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Sad-
yeah.
and she
savage.
goes, and we ate lunch, and I'm like, you know what?
Your nurses.
I will give you guys the mantle because I thought veterans were ruthless.
Yeah.
You guys have just literally taken the mantle and sprinted that way 100
Yep.
miles an hour, and I'm still looking that way. Like,
Yeah.
what happened?
Do you one
Like-
better? Veteran nurses.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
What a
I think
had-
the reason
I
I said
had-
it was savage because they were NICU nurses. Like, if you don't know the NICU people, that's the nurses that deal with all premature babies or any babies that are born that
Yeah.
can't go home.
Neonatal,
Neonatal
intensive care nurses.
Intensive
Right.
care nurses, and I'm like, she straight up said it. She goes, "Yeah, we do this on a daily." I was like,
Good night. Good night.
Well, and getting to what you're talking about, it's that dark sense
Holy
of humor.
Jesus, activate.
Yes.
"Holy Jesus, activate!"
It's that dark sense of humor that you have to develop in
To get you
situations like that to get you through.
Yes.
You have to,
Yeah,
Yeah, my labor and delivery nurse was a veteran. So when she heard that I was a veteran too, she's just like, "We got this."
yeah.
Yeah.
And the phrase is, you have to laugh for crying.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a sense of humor, you will not be able to combat the sheer weight of life or what you have to do.
Yeah.
You know, I miss my son's first words, first steps, first birthday.
Yeah.
My ex slept with half of Oklahoma. Like, you can't, like, Oklahoma where the whores run free. I can't, like, you know, really deal with a lot. You can't deal with everything that goes on in your life. You know, people getting hurt, the things that combat vets go through, the things that maintainers go through, the things that all people in aspects of the military go through, and just sit there and expect just to be like a normal smiling Jack.
Yeah.
Like, you have to develop that tough skin, that armor, and that comes with comedy, because laughter, truly, people say it's the best medicine. It's the second best medicine behind morphine and, you know, THC, but it helps. It helps. It lightens the heart. Because we would be the generation that came before us, the guys that came out of World War II and Vietnam that didn't talk about anything. They didn't even joke about anything. They were very hard men because they did a lot of hard shit.
War.
Yeah, Korean War. They did a lot of hard shit. A great
he
generation.
Still hasn't told me a lot about it.
They were a great generation. I will literally
They're
stand
the
in front of
generation.
Yes, greatest generation, because they made America what it is today. They let us be free.
Yes.
You know? And they made us, even though our lives have not been perfect in the military, they went through shit. Like, their war was like, yeah, you got to win this shit to go home.
Yeah.
There's no 6 month rotation.
There's no rotation. There's no cycle.
There's no
cycle.
Survive.
And if you don't survive, you don't survive.
Or you go home wounded or in body bag.
Go home.
Well, and
their equipment wasn't the best. They had
the stuff that they did with the equipment at the time is just
and not all of them
astounding.
Very astounding stuff.
Yeah.
Normandy Beach.
To get through that.
Not all of them storming had ammo.
And I think they had together they had a sense of humor. But I talked to a buddy who's my ambassador. He's not a veteran, but he talked about when he first bought an M1 Grand, and his 80-year-old grandpa, he brought this gun that he bought that is not a military issue gun, and he brought it to show his grandpa because he bought one. He goes, my grandpa literally never moved fast. He goes, he snatched the gun and field stripped it.
Yep.
And just like that, field stripped it right there, put it back together, and was like, ching, and goes and hands it back. And he goes, after that, then he started talking about what he did in the war and stuff like that. Like I said,
I had a buddy bring over, he was all happy that he had gotten an AR-15 platform, right?
Yeah.
And he pulls it over one day and he hands it to me, and I instantly boof, field stripped it, broke it down, popped the pins, pulled the receiver, boop, 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 and I'm looking at the firing pin, and he's just watching me like, how the hell do you know how to do that?
Dave's like, I invented gunpowder.
No, I wrote down one of the fucking amazing ones. I had KP at the Last Supper.
No, when Cy broke his leg, he got the pins out of Jesus' hands.
By the way, I have those pins on sale on eBay. Just
you guys want to buy?
No. You got to sell it on Etsy. You made that shit.
Yeah,
on
Etsy.
You're forgetting eBay.
Yeah.
No, Amazon. Sell it on Amazon.
Those things you don't forget, do you? You just do it naturally without even thinking. Because it gets so repetitive for you guys, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah. Big time.
Okay. Sorry, I've got to do it.
No.
Not till after Thanksgiving.
He just disappeared. Oh my God! It's just like Ducky disappeared. Quit trying to push your Christmas agenda on us. I watched a TikTok today where a guy said, Anyone
offended.
that puts a tree up before
hey.
November, Santa kills an elf.
I'm offended by Christmas before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Well,
do
we
they
won't-
play Mariah Carey "All You Want for Christmas" constantly in your malls over there, or because they do it here, constant? It's like
They've
Y'all, this is
They've
an
already
unpopular
Dude,
started
they
it.
already have Christmas stuff. So I have a video on my TikTok. You can watch it where I'm going to see my wholesaler that sells my barbecue sauce at a store. I walk in recording, and where my sauce was is a line of Christmas trees. And I'm
Right.
like, what? And I walk around. I'm like, this is bullshit. And she goes, are you not in the Christmas spirit? I'm like, not until November.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
I have to admit, I would love to show the Magic Cave.
Damon,
This is
not
man, what are you
OnlyFans.
talking about here,
This is
Ducky?
the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Anyway, the
PG
views of
hour,
Ducky do not
Ducky,
reflect
PG.
Veterans
Yes, it
Anonymous
is.
or its
It is
hosts.
the PG version.
That
It's,
sounds like a
it's-
category on Pornhub, dude. Just
Let me
saying.
look it up.
No, our
Yep,
our
there he
mutual
goes.
friend, Damo and myself's mutual
I
friend.
think that's $20
Nick and
in
Deb.
Singapore.
We nicknamed their house the Magic Cave because Deb gets her Christmas gear out about now. She's probably already
Yeah,
got
she
half
does.
of it out set.
Wait,
Her house.
It just sound wrong.
Not just one room. It is the entire house. So just like we were talking about earlier with the Christmas trees in the
Yep.
toilet, it's everywhere. And
Oh,
we
yeah.
nicknamed it the Magic Cave.
A backstory is this lady, her husband was a submariner, and what she does is any people that are posted over here, miles away from their family, they can come over on Christmas Day and have lunch. Anybody.
Nice.
Oh, that's
And they,
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We-
there's so
there's-
many people some years
Yeah.
that come and
Yeah.
go, you know.
We've got I personally know of a few people on TikTok that have extended an invite like that. I've gotten it. Felix has told me, hey, you want to come out for Thanksgiving? You know, Jessica has invited me out there, and if I had a car, I'd probably hit both of you guys up. But you know, Jen
That's
number
it.
2.
I'm going on TikTok. We're doing a fundraiser. Get Dave to Thanksgiving. What do you do? What are you doing, Michael, for Thanksgiving? Over there
We're
being
going down to
quiet.
Miami.
Oh,
Okay.
Miami.
Welcome to Miami.
Yummy.
Miami.
The only reason I know that is because of that damn freaking Will Smith song.
Will Smith.
Yeah, that's what I
Exactly.
said.
Exactly.
How about that?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that means, but hey, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
And
Welcome
90%
to
of
Miami.
American movies are filmed in Miami by the sounds of it. You know, every movie
Yeah.
they've got a seed of Miami. It's yeah.
You know,
And what's the other movie? Pitbull. He did that Miami song.
Pitbull is
Yeah.
actually coming to South Dakota.
What?
Yeah, we got a new arena. That arena that I was in,
Yeah.
Pitbull and Ariana Grande or something. They're coming to
Ariana.
South Dakota.
Wow.
Yeah,
Y'all big league up there in Rapid now.
all in. I'm not going to the concert, but anyway,
It still cracks me
No,
up.
I will actually like. I'm interested just because Ball Arena here is making you prove vaccinated or 72 hours COVID
Tested.
test.
It's like Rage Against the Machines.
Y'all
They're
know
the
what
same thing.
Ball Arena is?
no, I
Well,
don't.
oh,
but I know
speaking-
I'm going,
who-
I know I'm going to
wait,
Zach
wait.
Brown in about a week.
Balls?
Wait.
It's the Pepsi Center. It's the Pepsi Center.
Who
They
mentioned?
renamed it Ball Arena.
Oh,
God, who
like
thought
Ball
that way?
Arena, not Ball
Like
Arena.
ball.
Oh,
Basket.
Oh.
Ball.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Ball Arena.
Yes.
who mentioned? Wait, I got a quick one. Who mentioned Rage Against the Machine?
I did.
Okay, remember like back in the 90s, they were all like,
Yeah.
you know, fuck you, I won't
Yeah.
do what you tell me. Now they're
Yeah.
like, fuck you, you can't come to our concert unless you have a mask. So it's like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Yeah, what happened there?
Vaccinated and tested. You have to have
Yeah,
all
it's
three.
like, okay, wait a minute. You guys were
you
like,
need to listen to the man and do what we say.
right, exactly. It's like you guys
Rage
changed your
Against the
tune.
Machine. Now,
Race against
listen to the machine.
Yeah,
machine,
you know.
anti-machine.
Yeah,
Well,
you
they
do.
are old, so you
Dave
got to
with the
keep
car.
those guys You know, like, do you think about Steven Tyler, who looks like someone's grandma now? You know,
Oh,
we
dude,
can't.
yeah, he'd be like the cool grandma that like let you drink some of the sherry or the wine.
No,
you
it's
know,
not Steven Taylor type.
Yeah, be right back, guys.
yeah.
Well, funnily enough, to get Cy there, all we need to do is put a sheet around him and tie him to the sheet, and then throw him up in the air. He'll catch a stiff wind and just float.
You got to wait till the
Like a
winds are going.
stick?
You got to wait till the winds are flowing right.
He's tall though, so we could aerodynamics, trigonometry.
I
Make
actually-
sure you
I
pick your
actually-
legs up.
Oh.
Before
all he
like,
needs is a rope between his legs.
before like cell phones, and you could do the. Oh, we got a snort.
Yes.
Ducky got a snort.
Oh, baby, she's I know that we were mentioning doing games before, but it's amazing because we got two Aussies in the house. Sorry.
that know each other.
Yes. On
dropped the
different
ball on
sides
that
of the country, pretty much.
Almost. I'm dead
Almost.
center.
Oh,
Aussie,
you're in the
Aussie,
centre
Aussie.
there.
Oi, oi, oi!
We were
Yeah.
taught
Where's
that.
the beers?
Where's the biz? Beer?
There's actually a song out that Mashton Kutcher
It's
did.
not a beer, but
Yeah.
And literally it's called Get on the Beers.
Gotcha.
It was our
Pepsi?
Prost.
our Mashton Kutcher from Brisbane, and they ended up doing
you say Mashton?
yes,
Like
That's a
Mashton
unique-
Kutcher. That is their band name.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
band
oh,
name.
because it sounds like the American actor Ashton.
Yes,
you
that
know-
is the reason. Okay, you want to know
Did
the backstory? I actually picked these guys up from Adelaide Airport, going to their performance here in 2019. What happened was I actually asked them, okay, Mashton Kutcher, I know the band, I absolutely love it, and I asked them, just wondering, how did you get the name? And they've gone, all we do is mashups of songs, and
Oh,
Ashton
nice.
Kutcher was the number one TV show, or that was the person they were watching a lot of.
That 70s
TV.
show.
70s show?
Oh, yeah, that was good, that
Oh.
show.
And so they've gone and said, okay, well, our favorite actor plus what we do, mix it together, and they actually made Mashton Kutcher.
Do you know that Ashton Kutcher is grew up in Iowa? By the way, just saying.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here's a fun question.
His wife is so hot.
Your state names, Ohio. Shouldn't it be OEO?
Wee-o.
Oh,
Bro, we had the French, the English, the Spanish here. We had Native
Dutch.
Americans.
It's even Colorado is
We had the,
color red.
we had Indians, the woo woos, not the red dot
My-
people here. You know,
the woo
Flag-ish.
Yeah, it's
no,
a
we
mixture, isn't it? Ohio, isn't it? From what I've heard.
oh, big time, bro. They were like originally that was a lot of like French kind of, and then like the Brits kind of, and then like the Indians kind of said "fuck you," and you know.
Let's summon him. OH.
Oh yeah, yeah. You say that's like the mating call for
summoning.
anybody from Ohio.
Oh,
Is you say OH, and they got to instantly.
And
Yeah.
not
Well, like,
guarantee
okay,
it,
like,
but
like
sure,
Sweet
somebody's
Caroline.
gonna pop in.
Sweet
like-
Caroline.
Well, like okay, like what's the Texas mating call? Oh no, if you say like I've actually done this. I've been in a bar and like said the stars at night are big and bright, and then I hear like 8 people go deep in the heart of Texas. You know
That
Oh,
and if you
yeah.
meet anyone from Texas and they don't have a tattoo on their body about the state, they're not
Yep.
checking from Texas, or
Right.
they haven't got the tattoo yet.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the people I've met from Texas have a Texas tattoo
And it's
on
the
their body.
outline. It's the outline of the state, not just
Yeah,
Texas.
I've
It's the
seen that,
outline of the
yeah.
state. Yeah.
Or they have.
There must have been a
they're-
sale on
They
them.
are more obsessed with their state flag than Colorado is.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
straight up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I for a long time I was like, why does everyone love the Cubs? I thought when I see the Colorado flag, I thought it was like the Cubs baseball team. I'm like, everyone like really loves the Cubs. You know, they're like, that's the Colorado flag. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
The Cubs? Like, oh, interesting. I thought it was the Cubs.
I think the
Well,
funniest
but even
one.
because I was National Guard, our patch
Your
actually
patch has the flag.
has
Yeah.
the C, like the Colorado flag, and
Yeah.
when like anywhere we went, they're just like, your unit really is like that much into Cubs? No,
Yeah.
bitch, it's the fucking Colorado flag. It's the
Well, like-
combat toilet seat.
Well,
My
in Kansas, the guard unit that is at Whiteman Air Force Base for the A-10 unit, and also the sorry, not the Black Hawk, but the Apache unit, because that base has those there for base security. I remember seeing a chief, and he's walking around with a ball cap on, and it had the chief's arrowhead on it, and it said KC, and I was like, I'm like, are you allowed to wear a football logo on? He goes, no, this is our squadron logo. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and it was the Kansas City Chiefs
Missouri.
arrowhead. It said KC, looked just like it.
Well, like you see this.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that was my first
You're
patch I ever
Arizona?
had in my life. No, that's Iowa Army Reserve Unit. Yeah.
You're cactus in Iowa?
No, I've had people go like, really, cactuses? And they're like, is that supposed to be cornstalk? And I'm like, no, it's a cactus, you know.
Well, guys, think about it. Before the continental drift, when all the continents were together, on the side, there used to be Iowa was a desert, and then when the continents opened up, so Uncle Si is yes, there was a
Yeah.
desert where Iowa
You
used
shall
to be.
not pass.
You shall not pass.
I actually have that on video. I've done that on TikTok.
Yeah,
What was
your
it?
TikToks are funny. I've been on TikTok a couple of times. There's heaps of crap on TikTok, but there's some good stuff if you follow the right people. So
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Well, funnily enough, one of the
Whoa.
guys one of the guys that I end up chatting or used to chat to on one of the Discord servers, which is a gaming server, and he was Texas. He was very much in love with Texas, and he had the Texas flag, and he hung it up behind him, so it was standing up through there. And I've turned around, I've gone, "Hey, dude, you realise your star is crooked?" And he's
Oh,
just
oh,
it was off by about 3 degrees. And he has just looked and he's gone, how the hell can someone on the other side of the world pick that it is off? Everyone else that has seen it has said, oh, yeah, awesome, it's a Texas flag. And it becomes an Aussie to pick up that it's out by 3 degrees.
right.
So, but you can imagine, like, there's so many things that we watch. And
Jade, pick up
else.
your hold up your right hand. All righty, we're good. Because in the video, your flag, the Union, is supposed to be over your right shoulder.
Am I wrong?
You're good.
You're good because it's sideways, but it should be going the other way.
Is this where we start turning
No,
around
I
and going,
had
oh,
it the other. I had it the other way. I was told that it was wrong.
You're good, kid.
You're good. It doesn't really matter, but
No.
Because I
So
don't.
it's all
I
because
actually
of-
don't have it draped like symmetrical.
like most flags, it's got an extra tail.
what?
If you're hanging, okay, what we call the tail is where you end up hanging the flag. So
Tail.
you got yes. So you've got the square, the rectangular of the flag, and you got the piece that attaches to the flagpole. And
Yeah,
it's the extra long piece is the tail.
The
it's
string.
not a part of the
Oh,
flag
okay.
though.
Yeah.
No, not really. No, but yeah, it was mainly on Navy ships. You had them too. I don't know why. It was to
Yeah,
tie
you
them
had
down.
ropes. We don't have all that shite.
No, it's all kinds of fancy ceremonial stuff in the Navy.
Oh, bro, horse and pony is worldwide in the military.
Is it? Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like here in the States, like on any Army post, it used to be that at the base of the post flagpole was building number 1.
Yeah.
And in the base of the flagpole was supposedly a 45, a razor blade, and a match.
Yep.
And
in the ball,
and then in the ball was the bullet. And so, like, in case of a overtaking, you were supposed to take the 45, take the knife, cut the flag in, burn it, and then off yourself or off an enemy.
Which is a very bad plan. So you want me to dig through concrete,
right?
Get a gun that might not be operational, then climb up a flagpole that's probably 35 feet.
Well,
undo a ball and try to find a bullet. Slide down, burn a flag with a match.
Supposedly, Army lore states that if you yank the rope hard enough, the ball will fall off and crack into 13 pieces representing the original 13 colonies, and you'll find the bullet.
Yeah.
That'll,
as you're digging around the grass for the bullet.
Right,
you're like, what are you doing?
Back in 1850.
How you doing, bad guys? I need to find this thing. This ball cracked on the ground.
And then when you fire it, it bangs, it explodes the gun anyway. So
it's the same thing for the Navy, because in tech school they have a mast. On Navy bases, it's not a flagpole; it's a mast. And they were talking about the mast, and I'm like, so you want me to climb that to hopefully that there's a bullet up in there that works? Because the base got. I'm Air Force, first of all. We need to work on tactics, like. I was used to always joke because we go to fire, but before I went deployed, we'd always have to qualify every 6 months. And I'm like, I work on bombers. I'm like, and bombers are always in the rear. I'm like, if it gets to the point where I need a gun, we need to talk about other shit.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's other negotiations that need to happen. Like I work on big shit that's like big. Nice.
Awesome.
Oh, neat.
Of course,
Mike.
you have it at
Epcot.
in Epcot.
Epcot, yeah.
Michael's a Disney World ambassador.
Y'all
keep that mouse away from my company.
For those down under guests, Mike lives in Florida, land of Disney World.
All right.
Yeah, Disney's like 15 minutes from me.
Oh God.
Okay, so
You see Mickey Mouse every morning.
Yeah.
You leave. We don't talk about him because he's gonna take. Like, you don't talk about the mouse.
Oh,
because they get really copyright-ish, and then
the mouse
it'll be
evil,
like we'll always next week we'll all have mouse ears on our head because we'll be sponsored by.
Oh, we got another short. Thank you, John. Oh, that was funny.
I'm mechanics like in the rear. I do, if you're obliged, I'll give it to you.
He likes big butts and he cannot lie.
My eldest used to make Mickey Mouse ears.
Uh-oh, you're about to get sued. Disney don't care, man. Your family's gonna be owned by Disney. It's like you're gonna be the first conscripted family that Disney owns. Like, we're gonna see you next week, and you're gonna be like, "Hi, I love Disney World. My family loves Disney."
I always thought like, okay, I grew up in the 3 channels and 1 public access black and white TV era, and the Mickey Mouse Club. I remember watching it. I'm not old enough to remember when it began, but I watched some of the end of it. But I do remember some of the black and whites. Those were scary shows to me. People sitting around in mouse ears just like freaked me out. And that was before I started smoking pot.
I was a mouse here. Do you remember me? Because you said you remember some of the blacks and whites. So you remember me?
Yeah. I met your mom. Your dad still owes me for a tuna fish sandwich.
Yeah.
I talked to him today. I'll give him a call and let him know. Yeah, my dad was stationed in Homestead Air Force Base, which is still active in Florida, and we used to go there like damn near every weekend when he was actually whenever he was actually off, because he taught water survival, pararescue men, and so going there that much, they're like they know you, and it wasn't like I wasn't up there with like Justin Timberlake and everything, but they had, and Mike knows this. There's a contingent of Mouseketeers that are at Disney World, and as a kid, I had, because I remember seeing the ears I had, and they weren't like the ones you can buy. They were a little bit different. They had like a different frill on them, and you know, they were pretty nice.
You've been bougie from like childhood,
pretty much.
Yeah,
I did get mobbed in Disney World as a kid, and I really don't even know why I started this story. It's not good. So Mike knows the area. You know where the fountains are in the hedge garden where the water kind of jumps.
Yep.
So I was there trying to catch the water. As I will have to find a picture of me as a kid to prove this part. Well, a crowd of people started gathering because they thought I was Gary Coleman.
Oh,
no.
And my grandma and mom had to like grab me and like run me out of there because everyone thought I was Gary Coleman.
Bro,
I was like, and as a kid, I didn't know this as a kid. I remember it until my mom told me. She goes, "Yeah, we were in Disney. This happened." I'm like, "Was that when you and Mama Loney like?" Because I remember my grandma grabbing me off the bench, and there was a lot of people around, but I didn't know why they were around me. And so she grabs me up and just like goes through the crowd, and I remember that part, but I don't remember why. Like, and then she told me like years later, and I'm like, "Oh, that makes a lot more sense." Because I was like, I thought everyone was interested in the water too, because I was trying to catch the water, like. Yeah, they thought it was Gary Coleman.
Go, Gary, go. Go, Gary, go.
One inch away.
I am so.
You can do it.
Felix, I love you, brother. I will do anything for you, but I am so going to randomly comment Gary Coleman on your TikToks from now on.
That's all good. Trust me, that's not the most embarrassing shit show. I haven't even let you guys know that part. It'll come out later, but yeah, that's not even the most embarrassing part of my childhood. But, but if I will find a picture, of me when I was little. I have one.
You should get a pic,
really
like comparison.
See a picture of you.
A comparison, like a young Gary Coleman and a young Felix.
Oh yeah.
Fun. I just want to see baby pictures because I'm just like, oh, little cute.
Yeah, I have some.
That's the mom and me. Mom.
I'll find some and I'll have some. Yeah. I'll try to get them. Let me actually put it in my notes, so it'll happen.
Bro,
hey
Gary, go catch the water.
As that one was, is like just to like put it on a mom level of what's going on.
I'm just having that picture in my mind where people in the crowd are like, "Hey, is that Gary Coleman? I think it is. Holy fuck, that's Gary Coleman!" And then they start closing in on you, and you're just like,
"Yeah, no, seriously." I remember. So my cousin told me that the water. I remember this. She told me that the water was 1, so if I stopped it, all of it would stop. So I was trying to figure it out and catch it. So I was running around the park trying to figure out where it would come up next. And I'm sitting on top and I saw the nozzle. So I'm like, okay, it's coming through here. Because as a kid, you're thinking, okay, it's the same water going through. Like now you're thinking that's pretty dumb, but you're a kid.
Yeah.
And so I was like waiting. And I remember like people started kind of coming around. And I didn't talk to them, but they were just kind of standing there coming around. And it was a pretty decent crowd of people. You know,
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah. No.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that I got to get a beer after that, bro.
Hey, it's the second snort of the show. It's the second snort of the show.
Yeah.
Back then, though,
y'all.
anybody could afford to go to Disney. It was only $15.
Well, yeah. Well, we went. Yeah. Well, the thing is, also, we lived in Florida, and Disney was like a weekend thing because my dad would do water survival training. He taught pilots and astronauts water survival. they would take them out and put them in some lagoon somewhere out there and have them in their rescue rafts, and they would be the divers underwater, and they would simulate sharks and dolphins. They would come up and bump the raft, but also make sure that the guys are okay. But they would just teach them, like, this is what, when you're in the water, this is what can happen, you know, and they would teach them all that SEER stuff and that part. And then they'd have an observation ferry off, and higher ups can come out and watch. And I guess the only time they really watch is when they ran astronauts through, or some higher level pilots, and they would sit there and watch the training, and they would be underwater. So my dad had at the house, he had a big diving net on the wall, a big whatever the net that you climb up on the side of the ship, and he would bring home sponge. Yeah, he'd bring home sponges, horseshoe crabs, all kind of stuff. Because I asked him, I'm like, "What do you do when you're down there?" He goes, "Dude, we literally just scuttle around the bottom of the water, go up, bump the raft, and go back down, and we." Hello. And he goes, we would just take turns going back and forth. And his most harrowing time as in the water is, if you don't know this, barracudas are like dogs. They're territorial.
Yes.
And he goes, he's down there, and he is like doing stuff, looking for sponges, and a barracuda comes up and taps his mask. Like, tap, tap. And he swims
get the fuck out of here, bro.
And tapping his mask. And he says he's swimming backwards, and it keeps tapping. So he pulls out his dive knife, and right before he's ready to like end this thing, the barracuda like just swims away. And I'm like, well, it's a fish. He goes, yeah, this barracuda was like over 6 foot long.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, he goes, it wasn't it wasn't a little fishy. He goes, I'm backing up, and as I'm backing up, I'm trying to go for my knife. And I remember him telling me that story, and I'm like, after that, I was like, I never want to meet a barracuda ever in my life.
The same thing happened to me down in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
We're out snorkeling, and it was about a 5-6 foot freaking barracuda came right up to me. And I normally wore like a silver necklace or a gold necklace.
Yeah.
First thing they'll, without any hesitation, anything that flashes shiny,
they're
going to bite.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I did in the water. I checked my hands, make sure I didn't have no rings on. I did have my necklace off. So I was like, I started slowly backing away. It just stayed right there, right in front of me, about 8 inches, 12 inches from my mask, just stayed right there with me.
Yeah. You did the right thing there, because, yeah, you're right. They go for anything shiny. Even the tiger sharks here in Australia. Anything shiny.
We got them here too.
Go right.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing is, when I was first learning to scuba dive, I've given up scuba diving. But when I was first learning here, we've got a little shark called a Port Jackson dog shark, and it's a little thing. It grows to about 2 to 3 feet long, and it's a speckled pattern.
Yep.
So it's a really, really nice, pretty pattern and everything else. And I'm sitting at the bottom of the ocean doing my safety and everything else. So. And sure enough, I feel a tug on my fin. And I'm like, what the hell is that? I turn around, and there's a Port Jackson dog shark attacking my fin, trying to take off with it. I actually lost my fin because it took off with my fin.
Nice.
And it took off. I turned around, and here I am with one fin on, trying to swim up to the surface, and the dive instructor has looked at me, and he's gone, where's your fin gone? And I've gone, Jackson dog shark took off with it. And he's gone, oh, bullshit. And I've gone, no. The other 3 guys that were down there are all laughing because of it. They saw the dog shark come up, grab hold of it, and then take off. And they're like, how? It's supposed to be attached to your foot. But because I was with my knees and then the foot was angled,
just slid right out.
It slipped right off.
Yeah.
And they all came out, and they've gone, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen diving. Like, there was guys that had been experienced divers and everything else.
Yeah.
And they're like, we don't know why it attacked your fin.
Yeah.
But it was wanting your fin. And this was the... this was
because he smelled it. He smelled the fear.
It was more the fact that it was also one of the earliest split fins.
So he found the the split tail. He goes, I know I can get action with that one.
It looked like
Probably.
it looked like a fishy.
Yeah. So you can imagine, like with the split fin and everything else, the original one that came out, they were like $400 or $500. So I was pissed that I lost it. But yeah, all the dive instructors and all of the people that were down there were saying it was just an amazing occurrence to see something take off with someone else's dive equipment.
Yeah.
So, but I've dove with great whites as well. I ended up the first Navy vessel that I dove on was HMAS Hobart here that was sunk in 2000 in Yankala Bay.
So
And
we're
yes?
at the top
we're at
of
2 hour mark.
2 hour mark. So we'll start saying our ending remarks. So Damo, we'll go in as people came in the show. We can let you say your remarks, and just for me to let you know, thank you for coming on. I definitely appreciate it, man. I'd love to see you on our show again. Your story to me matters.
Yes.
I love that you told it because it broadens our perspective on veterans affairs, not only in America, but also in Australia. We know Canada has the same ones. They might have a little more maple syrup talking about it, but I know they have issues.
Yep.
You know, they might be a little bit nicer.
Friendly.
You know, they might be nicer, but no, seriously. But so if you want to, just whatever parting thoughts you want to give to our audience tonight.
Yeah, I just want to say a big thank you for letting me come on. Things like this really do work and help. It may seem simple to others, but it's amazing to us. And I'm really grateful for you letting me come on and share my story. And I'll keep coming on here and talking to you and joking around. And yeah, thanks for having us. And
We'll
that's
try to
CBD oil. If you ever get offered it by a doctor, I can't recommend it enough. I've tried everything before that, and yeah. But that's it. That's all I got. Yeah.
Did he say if I can ever get off with a doctor? What?
She didn't do sponge baths.
Well, it depends on the sponge.
No,
it
thanks
depends
for
on the
having
bath.
me.
I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you so much for jumping on.
Yes.
Ducky!
Yes.
Yes. Final thoughts. Always
like
reach
that.
out. Yeah. Hey? Always reach out. You never know when we're going to be around. It's
Reach around.
usually when you guys are asleep that we're awake. We're always at least 12 hours behind or
So
ahead.
sleep with one eye open because there's always an Australian waiting.
Yeah.
In lying in wait to have some fun.
No, that's a big one, actually. Reach out. We're awake when you're asleep. So if you have trouble sleeping or whatever, just, reach out. We understand what it's like. at
Yes.
night.
Yeah, Damo,
Yes,
Ducky. I don't
yes.
know if you're on my on my
Mhm.
Facebook, but Damo, hit me up on Facebook.
Yeah,
Field
will.
Serving or
Yeah.
barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
Definitely
me too.
because
Me too. Definitely, brother.
Dave, because I do have those times, and it's one of those things. Having a bigger, vaster network of people that you can hit on random hours when other people are asleep to talk and just to be there for is amazing. You know,
Definitely.
because so
And I will say this: when y'all are up at night, we're awake.
Some of us are.
yeah, Dave's like it's
Some of
9
us are
o'clock. I
high.
gotta go to bed.
I'm saying Aussie's normal daytime and stuff like that, or evening.
Well,
Yes,
it is. Have a look. It's blue skies.
it's dark as shit.
Yeah.
Dark as night.
Yeah.
What? Mike Busy B, thank you so much for joining.
No problem. It was a pleasure.
Like we
Uh,
we're kind of hovering over the naval.
We're over the naval.
Well,
Yeah,
we've
we've got
got
the three.
Oh yeah,
Mine's
we're
a
over
Mariner,
the Navy. This is the subfleet right now.
Yeah.
We've got a sub
The
there and a
Navy
sub
just
there.
called bottom.
Yes.
No
I was
sub.
a
I'm surface. I'm surface. I'm
I
all
was
Oh,
surface.
you're
skimmer as
surface.
well.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Navy
so-
I
just
said
called
what I
bottom.
said.
So Mike's
We were
on
the
top.
targets.
Mike's on top then.
Yeah.
Mike's on top.
I'm the meat.
I love this. I love
But
it.
yeah, like everybody's saying, reach out. If the first person doesn't respond, keep reaching.
Yep.
I mean, there's definitely someone that, or reach around.
Sorry, had to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if the first person doesn't respond, keep reaching, because
Yep.
there is somebody out there that has the ears that will listen and talk with you.
Yes.
So stay positive, and if we come together, there's unstopping of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually,
Most definitely, mate. Most definitely.
Yeah, well, thanks, Mike, for stealing most of my stuff. But yeah, like Mike said, reach out. If somebody doesn't answer, they might be reaching out to somebody themselves. You never know what somebody's going through. So keep
Yeah.
reaching out. Even one is too many. So you got to find that person you click with. It might not be me. It might not be Felix. It might not be Ducky. But there's somebody that you're going to click with that you can connect with and just shoot the breeze with, So just, keep reaching out. The goal is 0. That's the goal. That's why we're all here.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's not about me. It's not about anyone here. It's about us not having any more brothers and sisters fall susceptible to the demon in their mind.
Yep.
Definitely, Felix. I've lost too many friends, mate.
Yeah. And like I said, one of the biggest things to help is buy barbecue sauce, because that makes, I'm just joking. No, but seriously, I literally don't make a squat on Facebook for business for doing what we do here. I derive no income off this. I do this because it matters. After going through Sacred Mountain, and getting the help I needed finally, because I always helped everyone else, it made it a paramount issue for me to donate, to be a part. So when I work hard, I'm not only working hard to make my business what it is. I'm working hard to help out my community, my tribe.
Oh, yep, got you.
My tribe, you guys. All services, all branches. It's and yes, we do as Americans stand behind this flag, but we need a veteran flag. Like, not Vet TV. Like, we need a veteran flag, because it's not it's not one of those things that it's just uniquely American or Australian, or it's anyone who serves, law enforcement, EMTs, people that are first line responders, Gold Star families, veterans. It's an equally yoke that's carried by all of us, and it matters. And whatever I got to do to help out, to serve in that aspect, I will do, because even Dave knows, like yesterday I had to take a mental health day. That's why I wasn't on, but because I have been grinding and trying to balance life and business and all the crazy things going on in business, because I want to do so much. That's why I push so hard, because that's all we know as veterans is work. When you're deployed, when you're out on mission, when you're out on tour, or where you're out on what do you call it for Navy, where you're out on sabbatical or vacation. That's what it's called. Vacation. Yeah.
It's
when you guys are out, tooling around in the water.
I don't know what he's talking about.
What's
the
the
Navy?
Air,
Stays at 5-star hotels.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, the Air Force calls that living in substandard conditions, when they have to actually go out and do their work.
And I'm so sad that I don't remember this. It's in my head when the Navy's out on
deployment,
but on the boat, it's not only deployment, but they're out.
It's not a boat, bro.
It's a boat deployment.
Well,
huh?
For him,
it's deployment or a cruise.
Yeah, when they're on a cruise.
On a cruise.
It is a boat. Yeah. There's a boat and a ship. The boats are subs. The ships are surface.
Yes. Yeah.
So it is a boat, but the boats are submarines.
A boat.
What's it about?
But anyway, when the Navy's out on a cruise and the Air Force is out on vacation, doing what we do to help you guys between tea times. It's all one mission, one fight. And all I'm going to say is I'm going to leave you guys with this. I love you all. And thank you for getting on. Thank you for following us. Thank you guys down here for taking your time to come on Veterans Anonymous and tell your story and just be a part, because we're building something here that matters. and there's people that count on us. And thank you for being a part of that.
Yeah. Thank you, Felix. Thanks, mate.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
Yep.
Jade, have you ever
Question.
had Five Guys?
Five Guys is amazing.
I gotta go.
I'm getting called.
So,
Well, hang on. I've got something to say to that one.
no.
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 Disclaimer. You put your fucking Christmas decorations down. Disclaimer. Five Guys is actually a burger chain here, so it. Yeah.
It's also a category on Pornhub. Just saying.
I don't know that shit. Thank you, Uncle Si, for
It's called starfish.
contaminating my brain.
She's got a starfish.
See?
It's not something you'd say. I'm going to the Five Guys, Mum. What?
So Five Guys
Spit it out.
is a burger joint. Just so y'all know. Good night.
That thing, spit it out. Spit
I
it out.
had to.
That's what they said.
I know,
Yeah.
man.
Well, when you look at it,
At least we got it out, Mike. We got it out.
Thank you, Ducky.
Oh, no, she's.
she right
All right,
away.
guys. Well,
All
Go ahead,
All right,
go ahead and
y'all.
sign off.
love
Have
you
a good
all.
night.
I've got to sign up.
Have a
too.
good
Love
night.
you.
Thank you
Thank
all.
very
Love
much.
you.
all.
Thank you. Okay, bye.